All right, Bitcoin update here on the 10th. So Bitcoin is running pretty hard. I sold my swing position yesterday, a little bit short here. I think I sold around 100, which is fine. I made profit. I'll tell you why I sold here. So this is up now from 74,000 to 103. What is that math? That's about 50% in about a month. 50% in a month. And I know Bitcoin can run like crazy for months on end, but you can see here, this ran a little bit more. It doubled in 3 months. So it can run obviously pretty hard, but look at this. It's oversold on the 2-day chart. Let's look at the daily. The daily is really oversold. And you have bearish divergence on the daily here. You can see here, this high on RSI was right here. We've made a higher high and a higher low. In order to take that out, it just needs to keep on running though past 89, which is definitely possible. It's at 81 right now. It's definitely possible. But then we go out here to the monthly chart. This is a chart that really, so you have a high on RSI here at 94. You got bearish divergence right here, the top from earlier this year, and that came down. We came all the way down here to 74,000. And so I don't think that this is resolved. In order for this to resolve, it's going to either have to, this is going to have to go to new highs like that, or it's just going to have to come down again. And this is going to have to go down here like that. And potentially, we'll have to see how it goes after that. But right now, it's got bearish divergence on the monthly, bearish divergence on the daily. And also, if you just go look at it like normal, like Elliot Wave, it's ran 50% in a month. I didn't really like this setup anyway. So you have this move right here up. You get an ABC move, chop here, ABC move. Is that really the finish of the correction? It could be, because this is also ABC, so it could be a WXY move. But I don't see it. I want to see bullish divergence on the monthly. I want to see this go higher with that. I don't see it yet. We're overbought here on the daily. And if we just look at normal waves, third wave should have been right here. And then this is definitely the fourth wave. I had this as a diagonal potentially. Fourth wave is right here. So this should be in a fifth wave here. Let's zoom in here. And this is definitely an extension. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2. This is probably a third wave right here. Let me see. Yeah, third wave. This would be a fourth wave. And then this is likely the fifth wave right here. Yeah, I would say this is probably the fifth wave. So this would be overall third wave. And this is potentially the fourth wave right here. So maybe I mean, it could have already topped out too. This could be the fifth wave right here. So maybe one more move higher. It just doesn't have the strength now. I mean, this is already an extension. Like I said, it's already an extension. And this could actually be the top two. I could be wrong. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So regardless, either got one more move higher or it's already topped out, in my opinion. So it's already exhausted. How do you know it's exhausted? It's got bearish divergence on like all these time frames. It's already basically ran 50% from the lows. And I see people still projecting for 134,000. And I'm like, I don't know where you're thinking how that's going to happen. I mean, we don't have any news. This basically runs with the market too, for the most part. What's the news that's going to drive this? There's no rate cuts. I think that the most likely scenario is that this pulls back here to 86,000. So pulls back here and then probably comes back up here one more time. And then we sell off one more time. That's my number one scenario from here. So I sold my swing position. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But there's too many things that are telling me that I need to look for a pullback. So we'll see if I'm right. If you look at the whole structure of this move too, let's go to that. Like, I just don't understand how people project this. This should be 1, 2 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially a fourth wave if I'm wrong. Maybe it takes out these highs and then that's it. And that's the end of the fifth wave. But if I'm right, this pulls back one more time. Let's go to the daily. Because I think there's a good chance actually five waves probably already finished right here. I have this marked as 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5, or it's the fifth wave and we're starting an A wave down. If it's 1 out of 5, then we're looking at a 50% retracement minimum down here to 73,000 we were already at. So it did pretty much retrace to the 0.5 fib. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. If it wants to keep on running, then okay. But I still see bearish divergence. And I think at any point in time, this could pull back pretty hard. So there's some bullish stuff going on, though. Obviously, it's above all moving averages on every time frame. So that's definitely, it's got that going on. But yeah, I think that coming down here would not surprise me at all. Coming back down here to 68,000 one more time, and then potentially running more. But again, on the monthly chart, what does this look like to you? That's 5 waves in the bottom. Like that, it can't be any more clear than this. Can't be any more clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless it extends, which I think is very likely because I think everything else is in a second wave, unless it extends, that's the top. But since everything else is in a second wave, I do think it is very likely it does extend, but I think it's in a B wave right now. So A, B, C, second wave, third, fourth, fifth, like that. That's what I'm looking for on pretty much every chart that I'm looking at right now. I think there's probably going to be one more move down, and then we take off. So hopefully that bearish divergence is taken care of here, and this can come lower one more time, and then we can head higher for a third wave. What would be a good target for this? In the long run, I'd be looking for, well, at least 148,000. And I would say you're probably looking at something around like 180,000. But obviously you could keep on running more than that. But 180,000 would be my target based on fibs long term on Bitcoin. So 180K, and probably going to end up being an extension. So again, one more time, 9 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think we are in a B wave. A, B, C, and then take off. So that's it for this video. Hopefully I explained pretty well why I think that this is in a B wave here. and why I think there's probably going to be at least one more pullback to the 70s, maybe the 60s. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bearish divergence going on here on the monthly chart. You can see it right here. It's pretty obvious. It's actually tilting down. Let's actually draw a parallel line here. I'm curious. So even if this were to go break the high here and go up from 74 all the way up here to 85, it's still bearish divergence because you need to take out 93 right here and ultimately 98 to keep this run going and not be in a big bearish divergence. So that's it for this video. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.